Death comes for us all, but how we eventually meet the Grim Reaper is completely unknown until our last moments. When we do consider our own demises, we hope for a quick, peaceful and graceful passing, but sometimes this isn't the case. Sometimes death strikes in perhaps the most unusual way. Here are 5 ridiculous ways people have died. Love it or hate it, the dangers involved with marijuana are well known. However, there are some dangers which are a little less obvious. Adelbert Jonker grew marijuana, and with a home-built nursery comes with a requirement for high-powered lights and equipment. Unwilling to pay for electricity, Adelbert decided to steal power from the neighbouring homes. To achieve this, he tunnelled under his own home and that of his neighbour in an attempt to connect to their power supply. Whilst being an expert marijuana grower, he unfortunately was a poor electrician and electrocuted himself to death under the living room of his neighbour's home. In 1999, Zahir Hamed was so enraged when a helicopter landed near to his home that he decided he would confront the pilot. The argument heated, and the pilot decided to flee the scene. Zahir, demanding compensation, was unwilling to let the pilot simply fly away, and instead took to securing himself around one of the landing legs, as seen in many a Hollywood film. Unfortunately, Hollywood films rarely show the instability this causes, which led to the pilot desperately trying to maintain control of the vehicle, which was now tumbling out of the sky. The helicopter eventually crashed, killing Zahir. Corsets vary from functional to erotic, but rarely have they ever been lethal. A fashion statement of the 19th century, corsets of the day were uncomfortable, to put it mildly, and there were injuries relating to the tightness that some wore this item of clothing. However, in the January of 1898, Bessie Fothergill discovered a new danger incurred by the wearing of a corset. During a storm, Bessie was repeatedly struck by lightning and killed. An inquest into her death concluded that she was struck due to the extensive amount of steel in her corset. In 2007, Andy Collins took his car, an old VW van, to be scrapped. At the very last moment, he remembered that he had left some personal effects in his van and went to retrieve them. Unfortunately for him, the crane operator had not seen Andy return to his car and crushed the car with the powerful hydraulic pincers at his command. Andy was killed instantly. Thanks to the growing price of raw metals, copper theft is very much on the rise. Thieves typically take to stealing wiring and in some cases are subjected to electrocution. However, the fate which befell Griff Evans was slightly different when he took to a steelworks service tunnel to steal the precious copper inside. He was part of a gang and it was his job to enter the tunnel and steal the copper. He was well equipped with a torch, petrol-driven cable cutters and a walkie-talkie, but what he really needed was breathing apparatus. When the tunnel closed behind him, the fumes from his cutters overpowered him quickly, and he died shortly after. And that concludes our first amazing but true video. We hope you enjoyed, and please subscribe to make sure you don't miss future episodes. Follow the description to find us on Twitter, and links to our previous videos, 5 forgotten science fiction cars, and 5 horror remakes which don't suck. As always, thanks ever so much for watching, and please leave a comment and share. This is Andy, and until next time, stay safe.